The foreign trade policy of 1991 was a turning point in the history of India's economic policy. This policy was introduced by the Indian government in response to the balance of payments crisis that the country was facing at that time. The policy aimed at liberalizing the Indian economy and increasing exports, which would help to increase the inflow of foreign exchange into the country. In this video, we will have a detailed analysis of the 1991 foreign trade policy of India, including its objectives, measures, and impact on the Indian economy.
Special excise duty is being levied at present at the rate of 10% of basic excise duty. Certain essential items such as tea, coffee, sugar, matches, kerosene, and vanaspati are fully exempted.
The Indian economy was facing a severe balance of payments crisis in the early 1990s. The country was experiencing a rapid depletion of foreign exchange reserves, which threatened to push the economy into a severe recession. In response to this crisis, the Indian government introduced the Foreign Trade Policy of 1991. This policy was aimed at liberalizing the Indian economy and increasing exports, which would help to increase the inflow of foreign exchange into the country. Objectives of the policy. The primary objective of the 1991 foreign trade policy was to increase exports and reduce imports. This was to be achieved by liberalizing the Indian economy and removing various restrictions and controls that had been imposed on the economy in the past. The policy aimed to make the Indian economy more competitive in the global market by encouraging exports and reducing import dependence. Another important objective of the policy was to attract foreign investment into the country. The policy introduced various measures to make India an attractive destination for foreign investment, including the liberalization of foreign investment norms and the establishment of special economic zones. Measures of the policy. The 1991 foreign trade policy introduced several measures to liberalize the Indian economy and encourage exports. These measures included liberalization of import restrictions. The policy removed various import restrictions that had been imposed on the Indian economy in the past. The policy allowed imports of various goods and services, including capital goods, raw materials, and consumer goods. Devaluation of the rupee. The policy devalued the Indian rupee to make Indian exports more competitive in the global market. Export promotion. The policy introduced various measures to promote exports, including export subsidies, tax incentives, and export-oriented units. Foreign investment. The policy liberalized foreign investment norms and allowed foreign investment in various sectors of the Indian economy. The policy also established special economic zones to attract foreign investment into the country. Impact: increased economic growth. The 1991 foreign trade policy played a significant role in accelerating economic growth in India. The liberalization of the Indian economy, removal of various restrictions and controls, and introduction of export promotion measures led to an increase in competition in the Indian market. This increased competition led to greater efficiency and productivity, resulting in higher economic growth. The liberalization of foreign investment norms and the establishment of special economic zones created new jobs and increased economic growth in the country. The modernization of the Indian economy, introduction of new technologies, and processes also contributed to increased economic growth. Increased foreign exchange reserves. The 1991 foreign trade policy had a significant impact on the country's foreign exchange reserves. The policy aimed to increase exports and reduce imports, which would lead to an increase in the inflow of foreign exchange into the country. The policy was successful in achieving this objective, and India's foreign exchange reserves increased significantly after the policy was introduced. The devaluation of the Indian rupee also contributed to an increase in foreign exchange reserves. The devaluation of the rupee made Indian exports more competitive in the global market, leading to an increase in exports and an inflow of foreign exchange into the country. Modernization of the economy. The 1991 foreign trade policy led to the modernization of the Indian economy. The policy introduced new technologies and processes into the country, which increased efficiency and productivity. The establishment of special economic zones and the liberalization of foreign investment norms led to the introduction of new industries and businesses in the country. The policy also led to the integration of the Indian economy into the global economy. The liberalization of the Indian economy and the removal of various restrictions and controls made the Indian market more attractive to foreign investors. This led to an increase in foreign investment and the establishment of new industries and businesses in the country. Higher living standards. The 1991 foreign trade policy led to higher living standards for Indians. The increased economic growth led to an increase in income levels, which, in turn, led to higher living standards for the people. The policy led to the creation of new jobs and the establishment of new industries and businesses, which created more opportunities for the people. Greater access to modern technology and goods. The 1991 foreign trade policy led to greater access to modern technology and goods for Indians. The policy led to the introduction of new technologies and processes in the country, which increased efficiency and productivity. The liberalization of the Indian economy and the removal of various restrictions and controls made it easier for foreign companies to enter the Indian market, leading to greater access to modern technology and goods. The policy also led to an increase in imports, which made it easier for Indians to access modern goods from other countries. The increased access to modern technology and goods led to an improvement in the quality of life for Indians. Role of the government. The Indian government played a crucial role in the formulation and implementation of the 1991 foreign trade policy. The government recognized the need for urgent economic reform and took a bold step to liberalize the Indian economy. The government introduced a series of measures to attract foreign investment, increase exports, and reduce the role of the state in the economy. The government also established special economic zones to attract foreign investment and promote exports. The establishment of SEZs helped to create jobs and increase economic growth in the country. The government's leadership and determination to implement the policy were crucial to its success. Several key personalities played an important role in the formulation and implementation of the 1991 foreign trade policy. These personalities included Dr. Manmohan Singh, who served as the Finance Minister of India at the time, played a crucial role in the formulation of the policy. Dr. Singh was instrumental in introducing measures to liberalize the Indian economy, attract foreign investment, and promote exports. He played a pivotal role in bringing about economic reform in India. P.V. Narasimha Rao, who served as the Prime Minister of India at the time, provided the political leadership and support needed for the successful implementation of the policy. Rao recognized the need for economic reform and supported the measures introduced by Dr. Singh. Montek Singh Ahluwalia, who served as the Commerce Secretary of India at the time, played a key role in implementing the policy. Ahluwalia helped to negotiate trade agreements with other countries and worked to promote exports. Conclusion. In conclusion, the 1991 foreign trade policy of India was a significant milestone in the country's economic history. The policy introduced various measures to liberalize the economy, promote exports, attract foreign investment, and reduce bureaucratic hurdles. The policy had a profound impact on India's trade and economy and helped to kickstart economic growth in the country. The 1991 foreign trade policy of India include the economic crisis, liberalization of imports, reduction of tariffs, export promotion, devaluation of the rupee, removal of import licenses, the establishment of special economic zones, reduction of red tape, privatization, and economic growth. It's important to understand these facts to appreciate the impact of the policy on India's trade and economy. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something new today. If you have any other interesting facts about the 1991 foreign trade policy of India, feel free to share them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating content.